MD Prepper here, doing a quick tabletop review of the SOL Survive Outdoors Longer Origin Kit, little survival kit, basic kit for day hiking, that type stuff that I picked up and carried around for a while now, had it maybe 6 months or so. Let's go into the items this thing has and I'll talk about my opinions later. Plastic case here, fairly sturdy, should hold up to a fair amount of abuse. A little bit bigger than your Altoids kit, size anyway. I think you could do just as well with an Altoids kit with all the gear this has. It does have a little lanyard on it, but very thin there. Don't know if I'd trust that not to snap on me, but it's there. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. It comes off fairly easily. So first thing this has is a very nice little mirror for survival signaling and all of that. If you see that right there, there's the camera. Got some sighting hole through the center there, if that's what that's called, and some instructions on use if you don't know what you're doing. So that's good if you're just getting into survival prepping and all that. So decent little mirror there attached. Snaps in real tight and closed, not going to pop open on you. Let's open this side of things. You have a very small little storage area here. Maybe the same area as an Altoids kit, maybe a little less. Got this little insert here, piece of paper, if I can get it out, 62 Life-Saving Tools and Techniques by Buck Tilton. So there's that. Now, for anybody who's into prepping and survival, all this is going to be very basic. Debris hut, debris shelter, lean-tos, etc. Tips on signaling with the mirror, etc. It's okay if you don't know what you're doing. This might jog some memory if you don't know what you're getting into out there. That just slides in here, there's a little clip right there. You see that. You've got 4 pieces of little tinder lighter there. I have not used these obviously because I'm going to keep this intact if I need it. A little bit of snare wire. See that right there, if that'll focus. You've got some cordage here, some line. It's nylon, I believe, but it is not paracord. If you can see that right there. So, could you make a little lean-to out of this as a support, etc.? Sure you could. So, a little bit of cordage, always good. Of course, I'd prefer to have some paracord bracelet, something like that laying around. You've also got a little plastic baggie here with 3 safety pins. You've got 1 sewing needle in there. I'm not going to take it all out. You've also got, I believe it's 4 small hooks, 2 swivels, and 2 little lead weights for fishing. So, better than nothing. And obviously you have some fishing line in there, if you can see it. Don't know how much that is, but that'd be enough to catch yourself some panfish and whatnot. You've also got a little square of aluminum foil here. I'm not going to unfold it all the way, but that'd be enough to make a little windscreen or a bowl to boil water in, etc. So always a good idea to have around. So there's that. And that's about it for the storage container side. If you see it right there, you've got a little lip and a downward depression there. So you got a little extra room for storage. One thing I would definitely add to this would be another small little packet, something like this, with some Benadryl, maybe some Tylenol, Advil, what have you. Gotta have that stuff, in my opinion, guys, in any kind of little survival kit. Just a few Tylenol tablets and a few Benadryl, just in case you have an allergic reaction or sprain an ankle, need some pain control. So you can put a little bit extra in here. Not a lot, though, so it's pretty well full. So there's that. If you'll flip it over and you got the rest of this kit. Got a little liquid-filled button compass right there. Better than nothing. Not the best compass in the world, but it'll do the job. Also got a little striker here, if you can see that. Now, at first I thought these might be for matches. They're not. These are rubberized. I thought they were little striker plates, but they're just rubberized to hold in wet weather. So, sparks fairly well, fairly easily. SOL website says these are good for 5,000 strikes. Don't know. Have started a few little small fires with this, just playing around. Seems to work just fine. Again, a few matches in this kit might be a good idea. Some waterproof matches in the main container. Now, the only thing on this side that's held in by any tension or anything other than tension is right here, your little multi-tool, if you will. You got a little button there. You push that, and it slides out. What you have here, you've got a whistle, a little keyless whistle there that is rated at about 100 decibels. At least that's what the website says. You've got an LED light that clicks on and clicks off, so you don't have to hold it to keep it going. Don't know the lumens on that, but from the website it says it'll last about 15 hours. Now, it says it's easy to change out the batteries and all. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, at least in a survival situation. You've got to have a small little Phillips head screwdriver right there, and obviously got to have the battery around. There is no Phillips head screwdriver in this kit. So 15 hours though of a little light for a day hike or a 72-hour kit is perfectly decent. And you also have this little itty bitty AUS 8 blade, about 1.5 inches the way I measured it. It's quite sharp, but I'd have to say that every single pocket knife I've ever carried since high school would beat the heck out of this. So better than nothing. If you got somebody who doesn't carry a blade, doesn't carry a knife, anything like that, it's a nice backup. Now overall, my thoughts on this kit: it's a basic kit. This is not a good gift for your prepper, survivalist in your family. They're going to already have this stuff. But for somebody who is a bicyclist, mountain biker, those types of things, not into the camping, hiking world, survivalism, prepping, it's a place to start, okay? Not the best overall, but enough to start. Could you make a kit cheaper? Yes, absolutely you could. With Altoids kit and some can and some time, you could make a kit that's equal or superior to this for much, much less than the price point. Price point is generally $30 online, though I've seen them for $40. I got mine for, like I believe I said, $23. Still overpriced, but for grab-and-go kit, just to get something, to have anything, this is okay. If you've got more money than you have time, and you're just getting into things, there's nothing wrong with this kit. It's not the best in the world, it's not going to last forever, but again, for a day hiker type something situation where you're not much of a hiker, you need something to throw in your cargo pants, this will do the job. You've got your signaling with the mirror. If you get lost or stranded, you can start a fire, obviously, if you need to. Again, some matches might be a little easier. You got a cutting tool if you need to clean some fish. You got some light. You got a way to signal. You got some reminders here. You're okay. Not perfect, but okay. Again, 4 little tenders here. That'll last you for a few days if you need it. So, again, this is more of a short-term sort of thing. This will not be a 72-hour kit, etc. Again, the quality of it is fair. Again, low end, I guess, especially for the price point of 30 bucks. But for something's better than nothing. I do tend to grab this and throw it in my cargo pants when I'm walking the property, when I'm going down to the river and all that, just to have something, just in case, and just to see how it does. Not terribly heavy overall, not terribly bulky, you know, easy to throw in as a backup to the rest of your kit if you want a backup. And again, the 62 little points of survival here. If you know what you're doing, you're not going to need that. So this is very much for rookies and beginners. Not a bad kit overall, but not a great kit either. Just thought I'd review it. I'm going to keep carrying this. It's going to end up as a secondary kit for me, as a secondary backup. You know, again, when I'm going out, kind of a day trip sort of thing, just want to have something as a backup. Most of my EDC kit is going to cover most of this, other than the compass and the tender and all that. You know, I've got a paracord bracelet, I've got a whistle on my keychain, I've got a pocket knife, I've got a lighter. Generally, I can make do without, but not a terrible kit. A little overpriced though. Maybe the price will come down these days if the market so allows. Thought I'd just share my thoughts. It's okay. Not great, but okay. Price point's just too much. MD Prepper out.